They're really afraid of you. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they really afraid of you. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say it's not hard to see. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it's not hard to see. Now, the reality is, it's not hard to see that they are scared of your presence. It's not hard to see that they are intimidated by your gift. And it's not difficult to see that they are afraid of your being. See, family, a lot of people try to play big, bad, tough, bold, overly confident, right? But in actuality, they just a little man in a big shell. Okay? And what happens is, y'all, is as you are maneuvering, as you are navigating, as you get the promotion, as you get the position, and so on and so on, more prospering and more success, more love, more positions, people begin to show their real hand, their true hand. Okay? A lot of people are afraid that you're going to take their position. Y'all know the little games that be in the arcade. I don't know if it's Chuck E. Cheese or Round One, whatever the arcade room people are going to. But they got this little ball, right? And they hit it. Pause. But they hit the ball as hard as they can, and it leaves a high score. Okay? And whoever leaves the higher score, it stays on there until somebody beat it, right? And what people are afraid of is that you're going to get your turn and beat their high score. You get what I'm saying? In other words, y'all, people are afraid that, yes, you're going to take their spot. People are afraid that, yes, your gift is going to get more shine. People are afraid that you're going to replace them. But here's the funny thing, y'all. I don't want nothing more or nothing less that God has for me. You get what I'm saying? And that's your same mentality. Like, you can't replace something that wasn't yours. Okay, you can't take something, manipulate something, shake something that was not yours. All right. However, y'all, they don't have this mentality. That's why they really afraid of you. You follow what I'm saying? And another sign of this, y'all, is people being overly aggressive. You know, they have to show that this is mine. They have to show that I'm on top. They have to show that I'm superior. When you are really superior, do you truly have to show a person that? Or will it just show in your actions, in your character, in the results that you get, right? Like, if I'm mature, I don't have to show that I'm mature, okay? All you got to do is look at my character, my actions, my results, how I treat people. Okay, if you see a person who's immature, all they got to do is show you through how they talk to people, their character, their result, and how they treat people. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, when it comes to people really being afraid of you, it shows not only through their actions, but how they respond to you. You get what I'm saying? And so, family, we're going to talk about it within this video. But first thing is first, y'all be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. What's going on, fam? How y'all doing? We on the second channel with it today, y'all. Reno Speaks Life. I was just on Reno Speaks Rich's channel earlier, and really dropped some real bangers on that channel. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. Outside in nature, connected with nature, y'all. It's so refreshing. But now we back in the crib with it. I just ate some steak. What I call it, y'all? Beef petite sirloin steak, macaroni and cheese, and some asparagus. All right. So that's what I just had. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all ate today. How y'all feeling? How y'all living? But that's pretty much how it's going, y'all. I spoke about this earlier on my other channel. Just got rid of my dog, man. Just got rid of my dog. I had to, y'all. It was bad, man. Now I do a members only video on that on my other channel, but just got rid of my dog, so that's why y'all haven't seen my face in about 2 days. Had to take care of that, spending money here, sending her here, doing all this to where I just had to go ahead and violations with my apartment, so many different things, so I had to just get rid of my dog, y'all. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. All right, but anyway, y'all, let's get directly into this banger, as y'all already know. Okay, number one, it's gonna be this right here, family. You know who you are, all right? That's what they really afraid of you. You know who you are. Now, here's the thing, y'all. It may seem cliche, it may seem basic and common, but family, number one, common sense is not so common. I've said this before, but I got to add to that by saying this right here, y'all. The average person don't know who they are. The average person do not know who they are. I was just talking to somebody about this. I said, you got two types of people, right? And I'm not saying in totality because you got good people too, but let's just talk about the two types of bad people. You got an evil spirit and you have a lost soul, right? An evil spirit and a lost soul. Well, the evil spirit is clearly evil. They've chosen a side. They've chose their side. They have confidently stepped into that, character. I'm evil. It is what it is. All right. Whether I shoot people, kill people, hurt people, whatever I do, I kill, steal, and destroy. So what? All right. Evil people. You have a lost soul. The lost soul is a person who can be used by either a good spirit or a bad spirit. Let me go into depth. When you're lost, you don't know who you are. See, with the evil spirit, they already have made a choice. So it's good for them and good for the people who's around them. You already done told me who you are. I know who you are. All right? You know who you are. It's good for you because now you know what to attack, what to address, and what to fix. You evil spirit. You understand who you are. The lost soul don't know who they are. The lost soul is seeking for direction. The lost soul is looking for guidance. The lost soul can be used by an evil spirit as well as it can be used by a positive spirit. Y'all stay with me. What I want y'all to understand is when you know who you are, you have a clear sense of direction. This keeps you around the right friends. This keeps you at the right jobs. This allows you to allow your gift to make room for you. This allows you to see. This allows you to see. An evil person can see. They choose not to. Okay? They choose to stay in the same directions. Why? Because they know who they are at that time. A lost soul don't know who they are. Therefore, they can't see. They're not necessarily making a choice, but they're also not making a decision to change where they are. That's the lost soul. Why do I say this? The reason why I say this is because when you know who you are more powerful, more dangerous, and more substantial than a lot of people who are around you. Okay? You know exactly who you are. That in itself is powerful. I always like to say this or use this analogy. You take a beautiful woman who knows her worth, okay? This is the woman who knows who she is, all right? You're not going to catch her with certain guys. You ain't going to catch her going on certain dates. She's not going to be at certain jobs. She's not going to be with certain friends, all right? This is how a lot of women has been murdered by women, her friends, and even guys, all right? A lot of women have been around the wrong people who've caused bodily harm, all right? What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that just like that beautiful woman who knows her worth, that keeps her in line, let me say this, in alignment, all right? In alignment. That in itself will make men be afraid of her. He gonna switch up his whole style. He gonna switch up the whole flow, all right? That's what makes certain women be afraid of her. Why? Because she know who she is. I ain't say stuck up. I ain't say a butthole. I ain't say somebody who's looking down on people, hardy eyes, I'm superior. No, I know my worth. Therefore, you won't catch me with certain people. I won't eat certain things. I'm not going to certain places. That is what makes people afraid of you. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. You know who you are, just like the beautiful woman who knows her worth. You follow me? Number 2, you know where you're going, okay? You know exactly where you're going. Family, here's the thing, y'all. If you take a person who's broke, all right, I'm not saying poor because poor is a mentality. It's a mindset, right? That's what my whole thing is called, rich mentality. It's a mindset. Yeah, I may not have $10 million in the bank, okay, but my mind will always keep me in the opulent position, all right, a wealthy position. Because I have a rich mentality, not a poor one, right? But anyway, you take a broke person. Broke is a what, y'all? Condition. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Broke is a condition. If you take a broke person, who gets an offer, right, of a lifetime, but it's illegal. Okay, now here's the thing. This broke person has a promising future. This broke person has a purpose. They're talented. All right, they have a substantial, and not even just a substantial future, but they have a promising future, right? Just a promising future. Family, now we're about to separate the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies, because everybody who's in this condition of broke won't be able to see that they have a future, promising one of that, a substantial future, a promising one of that, a gift, a talent, a purpose. They won't be able to see that. Why? Because you know what? It may be much more easier to make a deal with the devil. The devil do what, y'all? Give you all that you want, all that you need right now, today. No problem. No issue. I'm going to give it all to you now. But you're going to be wishing on your knees, begging, please, that you never signed on the dotted line. What are you saying right now? When you know where you're going, it don't matter how broke you are. It don't matter what you don't have. It don't matter who offered you the deal. When you understand your worth, no matter if you're broke, if you're in that condition, you will pass on it. That's why they're afraid of you. That's why they're afraid of you, because they want to know where that confidence come from. Yeah. They want to know where that power come from. They want to know where that mindset come from. They want to know, because they'll do the opposite, right? Y'all remember when Terrence Crawford said the thing to I forgot the light-skinned dude, he played football, he on that podcast, when he was like, so you telling me you ain't gonna box for $100 million? And then Terrence Crawford was like, no. And he said, man, hey, I'll do anything. And he said, well, that shows your character. And that the whole little clip went viral, right? But that's the thing, y'all. It shows their character, and it shows your character, all right? Number 3, you're okay with being alone, all right? You're okay with being alone. This in itself is something that has to be highlighted. Everybody can't be alone, okay? It's in human nature to want a companion, okay? I'll speak about myself, y'all. Last year, when I got my dog, the Frenchie, right? I got my dog because I wanted emotional support. There you have it. I wanted emotional support. Not because I'm weak emotionally, right? I mean, I would not have gotten as far as I did if I was weak. But we get dogs as humans because we want a companion, okay? We want a loyal companion, right? And one thing I like about the boy Tarzan, who be catching them snakes, he be talking about how I trust an animal over a human being. And I promise you, I almost agree with him. Okay, I don't trust no snake. But when it comes to a dog, if you get the right dog, you will get a lifelong companion, okay? A person to walk out on you if you lose your place. I bet you that dog won't, especially if you get the right dog. But one thing I learned about this is that even seeking companionship and love from a dog, you will be let down. I had to get rid of my dog, right? Like I said, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I'll just say it was costing me more money, costing me more time, more energy, more of everything than I was receiving back from it, right? Costing me my place, just everything. So I had to go ahead and get rid of the dog. But the point is that I had to understand that you still have to understand how to be alone. And you can seek for that even in an animal, okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, you have to be strong to be alone. You got to be strong to be alone, okay? You got to be strong to be alone. But when you get to this point, y'all, of being okay with being alone, no dog, no girlfriend, no boyfriend, no family. And I'm not saying that this is forever, right? This is only a season to get done what it is that you need to get done. You know what it is. Your license, your education, your degree, okay, your YouTube channel, your work, your CDLs, whatever it is. But you got to lock in. You don't need nothing right now. Don't call me back until it's next year, all right? But what I'm saying, y'all, is that you have to be okay with being alone for that season, all right? For that season. Once you learn that, they become afraid of you. They become afraid of you, all right? Number 4, you're okay with not being liked, all right? You are okay with not being liked. Y'all remember the movie Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan? Okay? When Lindsay Lohan got there, she really didn't care about being liked, okay? It was only when she turned into a mean girl that she started caring about the validation. She started caring about the lifestyle. She started caring about, what the popular kids and the who's, what they had to say or what they thought about her versus her real friends and the real mission that she was even there in the first place for. You follow what I'm saying? So the Mean Girls movie shows that when you want to be liked, that's when you're going through your most miserable time. It's not until you're like, man, you know what? I don't care about being liked. I don't care about who care about my clothes and my shoes. I don't care about what you think of me, okay? That's when you begin to become happy and you become powerful and people are afraid of you because our opinions don't control you. And so once she got out of the mean girl state and she began to go back to who she was and get back to her real friends, that's when it came back. She didn't care about being liked. When you care about being liked, you're in a vulnerable position because any little thing will hurt you, your feelings, your heart, anything, because you are living in a glass house, all right? Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. You are beyond your years, okay? You are beyond your years. When you are beyond your years, family, people, number one, are not going to like it, but also they're going to be afraid of it, all right? I mean, you're doing things that you shouldn't even be doing. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in a futuristic way. Like you are beyond your time. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm beyond my years. Did y'all know I did a report on artificial intelligence in 2017 when I was working for this employer, right? So I could, graduate and stuff like that. I did a report on artificial intelligence in 2017. You might as well say that was like 10 years ago. This is before it became popularized, right? Like people knew it was coming, but it was almost like the boy who cried wolf. Oh, they're trying to hurt me. Oh, a wolf. Oh, this is happening. Oh, this is happening. Nobody cared, right? I'm going to be honest. I ain't really care about artificial intelligence. I was aware of it, though. And when it came around, I was like, yo, that's what I just researched, okay? But guess what? It was some people who was afraid of it. Beyond their years, we don't want no artificial intelligence. My job going to get gone, and don't nobody want no artificial intelligence. Well, artificial intelligence are replacing people and replacing people in those jobs that pay their bills. Okay, so a lot of people were afraid of it. Why? Because it's beyond its years. I was just riding in an artificial intelligent car. It messed me up. I got the video. It messed me up. I'm just in the car by myself, The car, number one, picks me up, but it's driving me like a real person in it. Here in Atlanta, I'm in traffic and everything. What? Artificial intelligence, beyond its time. That means that soon, less Uber drivers. Artificial intelligence at McDonald's. That means less employees. See, my point is not to scare anybody with their job, right? Because I believe that God heals all and, God is the greatest. He's greater than artificial intelligence. But what I will say is that when you are beyond your years, similar to artificial intelligence, people are going to be afraid of you. You doing things that you shouldn't be doing in their mind. You follow what I'm saying? If you see a person grow a third arm out their chest, I promise you, you're going to think you in the Mortal Kombat game. Yeah, I promise you. The point is, y'all, they really afraid of you. And it's because you are beyond your years. But let's go ahead and do this recap and then we'll get up out of here. Number 1, you know who you are. Number 2, you know where you're going. Number 3, you're okay with being alone. Number 4, you're okay with not being liked. And number 5, y'all, you're beyond your years, okay? With that being said, family, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy. Check your boy books out. You can check out any one of them, actually. But I'll catch y'all in the next video once again. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.